What is up, YouTube? What is up? It's Big Boy Rabbit with Mississippi Milsurp. That's right, Big Boy Rabbit with Mississippi Milsurp. And we're out here in East Central Mississippi. You don't know who I am yet, and you're from East Central Mississippi? Come on, get with it. That's not on me, that's on you. All right, what I pulled out of the mysterious and mystical Mississippi Milsurp storage facility is a Get ready for it. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's the best handgun ever made. It's the Spanish Ruby. That's right. There are about like 3.5 million different copies of this Spanish Ruby made. And you're saying, hey, it looks pretty similar to something else I've seen. Well, you're right. It is a pretty much blatant ripoff of the Colt 1903 pocket hammerless. I do believe inside of here, I don't remember, I haven't taken it apart yet. Yes, yeah. I haven't taken it apart in quite some time. There's a hammer in here, right? Not a striker. There's a hammer. And when you pull the trigger, the hammer comes up and strikes a little firing pin in there. You can see the cavity that has been hollowed out for the hammer to go up in there and hit. Firing pin to these. Really cheap, really easy to make. When I say cheap, cheap to process, not cheaply made. However, everyone in Spain that had the ability to make metal look like something else made some of these guns. They certainly did. There were so many made because the French in World War I said, help, help, we do not have enough handguns. And well, I was like an Arabian accent. I'm so sorry. Just crucify me in the comments for that. And the Spanish, they heeded the call and they started making these and shipping them, and they really didn't care. They just shipped them, and the French would take some and they'd say, yeah, these are good enough, and they'd put them in service, and they'd take another batch and they'd go, these are no good, and they'd send them back home. And so these guns went all over the world. They were favored in China. As a matter of fact, this one made it, or at least the magazine made its way to China right there. This was used by a Chinese warlord at some point in time. This is one of my favorite. I've owned so many of these, but this is the one that I actually kept. Keep the cough in. Keep it in. All right. And I say it's a copy of the Model 1903. I think that FN Herstal, whatever, they were making this is a French service gun that was like this. And then they copied that. But that is a copy of the 1903. It is. It is. This is 1903. Matter of fact, I know we have a World War II Colt used 1903 in the collection somewhere, and we're going to find it. And as soon as we do, we're going to take it apart. We're going to put these things on camera. We're taking apart, but right next to each other, and you're going to see it. All right. Just like the Tolkarev is a really copy of 1911. It is. It is. I hear you in the comments. It is. There's a little tiny things that are different, but in the whole, it's what they are. And I love these little things just because there's so many. They're pretty cheap. If you haven't got one, why not? Why not? Why have you not bought one? They're so cool. It's in 7.65 Browning, one of the holy calibers. John Moses Browning, one of the prophets, said, all right, he said there are only two pistol calibers that were ever designed to kill a man, and that was the reason they were designed, was to kill a man, and that was the 45 and the 7.65 Browning. That was the two. That's what he said. All right, it's from his words, not mine. So why don't you own one of these yet? Go own a 1903. Get one of these too. All right, they're fun. This is the one that you can let get a little rusty. This is the one that you can throw around because it's a cheap copy of that gun. Same caliber, same basic functions, and hey, I love them. Love these little things. They're all over the place, and everyone is unique. Everyone's a little bit different. It's actually a bad thing because if you get one that doesn't have a magazine, sorry, Bubba. There is a site that you can go and type in the manufacturer of yours, and they had a big surplus of the magazines. I don't know if they still do, but these mags are pretty freaking easy to make. All right, it's not that hard, but if you're not a gunsmith, I understand. So that has been the Spanish Ruby that at some point went to China from the mysterious and fabulous Mississippi Milsurp storage facility. We're going to be using this one at the range in the World War I pistol challenges and some of the other period accurate episodes that we're going to be filming. Stay tuned for that. Get subscribed if you haven't. All these episodes that I'm showing you is just showing you the weapons that we're going to be using in these challenge videos and in these period accurate episodes that we're going to be shooting. And when I go to the range and make sure they group, is because I want to make sure before I run a challenge with the gun that I'm not just wasting bullets, because I'm not going to just use a gun just for y'all to look at me fire. I want to make sure I can actually hit the target down range when we do this, so that you can see what would have been like at the time for someone actually using this gun as it was intended to be used. That's me gonna do it. So hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned. Hit the bell, bayonet it, get down on it, get the gun out, pistol whip the bell, so that when those episodes come out, you can see my wild southern butt out here dressed up like World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korean War, Spanish Civil War, Sino-Japanese War. That's right. I'm doing stuff that I don't like doing the generic stuff. I want to do stuff that people don't know that much about, like the Spanish Civil War, the Sino-Japanese War, and what the Japanese did to the Chinese. It's not cool. So I'm going to let y'all know, get y'all educated on that, and let y'all see it later. But hit that bell, otherwise you're not going to know when it happens. And hit that subscribe button. Remember, YouTube likes to unsubscribe people, so make sure you're still subscribed to me. This is Big Boy Rabbit. Check it out. A freaking 3-band rifle, almost length. Whoa, that's cool. Super cool. Let's see if it'll fit on the hand select version. Oh, yeah, if I can get it back off. Okay, gotta cut. Gotta cut.